we are ready to move on to our next step in the engineering design process. Remember, we just completed step 1, ask. Step 2 is to explore, to consider possible solutions to our problem and come up with a plan. What materials do you have at home that can help you solve this problem? Your challenge is going to be to write or sketch your thoughts in the assignment section of this activity. You are more than welcome to come up with several solutions to this problem. Remember, there's not just one way to solve the problem of the ice pops melting on a hot day. Discuss your ideas with a grown-up, sibling, or family member. See if you can combine elements of several different solutions or ideas you've thought up. Next, we're going to move to the step model, where you will draw and label a plan that you've come up with to help you solve this problem. Then, we're going to actually build a device to keep your ice pops cold using the materials from home that you've selected and that you currently have available. In order to successfully test your model, you're going to need to have ice pops available to test with. I realize that not all of us may have access to ice pops in our home. One way to help fix that problem is by making our own. We learned already that one of the materials that we were experimenting with earlier in our unit behaves similarly to how an ice pop would. Which of those types of matter that we put in our freezer acts most like an ice pop? If you answered the water turning to ice, you'd be correct. If you'd like, you can use other materials that aren't water, such as juices, to create your ice pop, but plain old water would work just fine. Also, if you'd like, you can add a little bit of food coloring to that water so that when we take out that frozen water or ice and treat it as an ice pop, the color in our ice will make it easier for us to observe the changes in our experiment. So your activity for today is to create your own version of an ice pop at home. It does not need to be a large ice pop. If you use just one ice cube, that's fine as well. So it's just a small block of ice or a small ice pop that you're making for our activity and for our experiment in STEM. When we next meet, we're going to see how we can use those ice pops we've just created and incorporate them into the models that we've been planning. We will use these ice pops to test out how successful our plans are. Until then, happy planning!